Good morning from the National Weather Service here in Pocatello. My name is Carter, and this is your Southeast Idaho weather hazard briefing for Friday, December 23rd. Going to see rounds of snow continue throughout the day today, peaking in intensity this afternoon and evening, with some warming temperatures through the weekend, and we're keeping our eyes on an atmospheric river that'll be arriving next week, and I'll be breaking that down for you this morning. Key points we're going to start off today. Got a frigid start out there this morning, double digits below zero across portions of the upper Snake Plain in northeast Idaho, with a wind chill warning remaining in effect through 8 a.m. for the Arco Mud Lake Desert, upper Snake Plain, and eastern highlands. Generally, everyone will see in those wind chills about 0 to negative 30 this morning, but as temperatures continue to warm through the early morning hours, we'll continue to see those wind chills improve. We are going to see some snow working into the area today. It's already begun snowing out there in western Idaho and portions of central Idaho. But that light snow will create some slick roads, especially this afternoon and evening. And as always, you can head to 511.idaho.gov for the latest information on roads and some regional webcams. We are seeing some breezy winds in the Magic Valley up to about 30 miles an hour today, but outside of that, winds should remain fairly light. Looking at a secondary lighter round of snow late Saturday through Sunday, and we're keeping our eyes for a potential atmospheric river event that will arrive late Monday into Tuesday, with some moderate to heavy rain and mountain snow as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday. Satellite this morning, you can see some upper level clouds building in. It's going to be a mostly overcast day for you today. So we're starting off the day mostly cloudy with some rounds of snow starting to work in through the later part of today. Already starting to see those return on radar. We got a lot of drier air to overcome at the surface, but once that happens, we'll be seeing those snow showers return across the region. Weather risk outlook for the next 5 days. So main impacts today is just going to be that light snow and the breezy winds out there in the Magic Valley, with some light snow impacts through the weekend. And as you get to Monday into Tuesday, going to be tracking that atmospheric river arriving into our area with some potential moderate impacts and even major impacts as you get up into the central mountains for mid-early week of part of next week. Watches, warnings, and advisories currently out. So we do have that wind chill warning again for the upper Snake Plain, Arco Mud Lake Desert, and up towards the Divide. Again, looking at wind chills as low as about 30 below, with some localized pockets approaching that out there, but we will continue to see those improve through the morning hours. And those wind gusts this morning, again, slightly breezy as you get out there, about 20 to 30 mile an hour wind gusts, again, strongest in the Magic Valley. Not expecting anything really above this today, but could see some gusts, again, Magic Valley and some of our higher elevations up to about 30 miles an hour. And take a look at those wind chills. Again, for that wind chill warning shown here in the blue, that's going to be for wind chills as cold as 30 below, but we are seeing some pockets of about negative 10 to negative 20 outside of that, but we are expecting some of the coldest to be up in the area shaded here. Temperatures today. So we already saw our coldest temperatures today. Those happened right around midnight. We're going to see a warming trend throughout the entire day. Not much of a big drop tonight, but we are going to see at least overnight lows for tomorrow drop just a slight amount, and then we're going to keep rebounding as far as a warming trend through the weekend, and afternoon highs today feeling much warmer, back in the teens, 20s, and even mid-30s as you get further south. Let's break down the precipitation timing for you. So starting off this morning, are seeing a few of those showers working in on radar. Not a whole lot's reaching the surface, but as you can take it to 6 o'clock this morning, starting to see those showers at least building on our border here, and this will be reaching the ground in this graphic here. This is one model's interpretation of that timing. So taking you through 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, start to see that snow begin to overspread up in the central mountains, with impacts beginning to continue in the mountains. And as we get to the 1, 2 o'clock hour, so just about this early this afternoon, we'll see those impacts expand to the eastern highlands, headed out towards Idaho Falls, Rexburg, Blackfoot, those areas, and we are going to keep our eyes, at least for a later bit of today, on some more moderate snow developing in portions of the Magic Valley. You'll have some competing northerly winds and a little bit of southerly winds coming out of the Owyhee Mountains, so it could see the potential for a convergence band setting up there in the Magic Valley today. Could lead to some more moderate snow, and looks like some more mixed precipitation as you get further south, but should remain predominantly snow for everyone. And taking you through the evening commute, we will see some light snow showers out there. Again, main impacts is just going to be in the mountains, but it certainly could see a dusting to around an inch or two across much of the valley locations, taking you through 9 o'clock tonight. Continuing to see some snow, especially as you get out towards western Idaho and portions of eastern Idaho as well. But taking you through the overnight hours, we will see that snow generally be tracked to the east, but eventually, as the system pulls out of our area, we'll be seeing that decrease in intensity. Could see some lingering low stratus and patchy fog as you take it into Saturday morning. That'll be Christmas Eve. But as far as the low stratus should already be in place, so we'll see some patchy fog concerns. But as precipitation wavers for Saturday morning, we'll be looking at a mostly dry day outside of some light snow showers returning later in the day. And here's a chance of a dusting or more across eastern Idaho. Generally going to be a pretty good shot, except as you get out towards the Arco Mud Lake area. We're going to see moisture transport coming from the west, so all the central mountains are going to be shadowing this area. Not going to a whole lot of snow up towards Arco, INL, Craters area, but as you get further east, especially through the Snake Plain, I-15, and interstate corridors headed further south and east, certainly stand a pretty good chance about a trace to an inch in our lower elevations, with 1 to 2 in some of our highers. So as you get to 2 inches or more, mainly going to be a higher impact event for our highest elevations, but as you get into the eastern highlands, down there into Teton Valley, Island Park, and Stanley, still a slight chance there for 2 inches or more, but staying on the lower end of the percentiles. And here's a look at the expected snowfall. This is a look at the deterministic values for today. So we're generally looking about, again, a trace to about a couple inches of snow in our valleys, with some of our mountains getting in a little bit more, maybe 2 to 5 inches above 7,000 feet. And here's a look at temperatures on Saturday. So this is a first look at Christmas Eve. Again, temperatures overnight tonight going to be fairly moderate, about 20 degrees warmer than where we're at right now. Might be slightly cooler as you get out towards INL and Arco. It'll just be dependent on where this low stratus and patchy fog sets up. Areas that do see some sufficient clearing will be able to radiatively cool at the surface, but where that cloud cover helps to insulate the surface, we'll be seeing, low temperatures for Christmas Eve, starting off in the teens and even low 20s as you get further south, pushing 30 degrees down there in Oakley, with some single digits out towards INL. By Christmas Eve, during the afternoon hours, we'll be continuing to see that warming trend, as afternoon highs are going to be in the 20s, 30s, even low 40s as you get further southwest in the Magic Valley out towards Twin Falls. And Christmas Day, going to see that again, that warming trend continuing through the weekend. Overnight lows for Christmas Day are going to be in the teens and 20s. A little bit of a cold pocket out there at INL, but afternoon temperatures, everyone will be above freezing for the most part, except maybe portions of the upper Snake Plain. Everyone will be in the 30s and 40s. And by Monday, keep it with that seasonal trend. We are going to see very warm temperatures continue into next week. So now we're pushing above normal as we get into early next week, with overnight lows on Monday, teens, 20s, maybe some low 30s as you get further south. But by the afternoon, we're going to keep seeing that warming trend, 30s, 40s, even pushing 50 degrees in portions of the southern Magic Valley. And by Tuesday, this looks like to be the warmest day of next week. So we are going to see temperatures, at least during the morning hours, 20s, 30s. So a very warm start to Tuesday for this time of year. But afternoon highs on Tuesday, as a lot of that precipitation works in, we'll be seeing widespread 40s and even some low 50s as you get into the Magic Valley. And here's that potential atmospheric river. So we will have an area of low pressure situated off the coast of the Pacific Northwest. And what that means is a lot of moisture transport from our southwest and west. So very good impact for the western United States. We are expecting that to arrive to around late Monday, into Tuesday and Wednesday as temperatures continue to warm through next week. Again, those will be peaking on Tuesday as we continue to more stabilize with a lot of cloud cover and continued active weather in the area. But main impacts with this, we're looking at some moderate to heavy precipitation. With those warmer temperatures, it's going to be a rain and snow mix in the valleys and heavy mountain snow as you get above 7,000, 7,500 feet into the mountains. Maybe looking at some snowmelt concerns at our lowest elevations, but we're going to keep that continued active weather pattern through the remainder of next week as those temperatures again do stabilize. This is a look at the integrated vapor transport for Tuesday. Again, atmospheric rivers generally be looking at 250 or higher. And if you were with us yesterday, this is actually improved in confidence for over yesterday. So as far as great agreement amongst the ensemble models of the GFS and European, got a low parked off the coast of Washington there, driving a lot of moisture in from the Pacific with widespread integrated vapor transport values of about 250 to 400, indicative of a very strong atmospheric river event. Looks like down into the Sierra Nevadas going to be performing very well for them. We'll be getting some spillover as it works here into eastern Idaho. And talking about precipitation, here's a look at the 7-day. You can see western United States will be very beneficial with this system that works in. So over the next 7 days, looking at very beneficial rain and snow along the Pacific coast. And as you get further into the Intermountain West, certainly some appreciated precipitation impacts, especially as you get out towards central and northern Idaho. And that continues down through the Rocky Mountains as well. And a little bit closer to home, we're going to see that at least the 7-day precipitation. Heaviest totals, starting to see those dark green, approaching half an inch to an inch in some places. As you start to see those yellow and even orange colors, it's where we could be talking anywhere from 1 to a couple inches of precipitation. We'll be seeing at least the transition from a lot of rain in the valleys at snow. It could be transitioning at night, but it's going to be mostly rain, mix of snow in the valleys, and all snow in the higher elevations. So it should be an impactful mountain snow event with a mix of precipitation in the lower elevations, and we'll continue to be tracking that headed into next week. And a look at what's to come as we take it to the end of the year. This is an outlook through January 1st. So we're going to be seeing above normal favored precipitation across much of the lower 48 and especially out here in the west. And as far as temperatures go, normal highs this time of year are going to be hovering about the upper 20s. So as far as, continuing to see those mid 30s, as far as across the Snake Plain, upper 20s as you get into the mountains, those are expected to remain above normal. After we had this brief cold snap, we'll be seeing some more warmer temperatures as we round out December. And to kick off the new year, we are going to see, again, continued above normal favored precipitation. We're going to keep that trend going with active weather into the new year. And as far as temperatures go, start to see a little bit more of a return to normal across portions of northeast Idaho, but further west, again, slightly above normal. So I'd say return to near normal as we kick off next year. In summer this morning, due to that frigid start today, wind chill warning will be in effect through 8 a.m. Again, that's for the Arco Mud Lake Desert area, Upper Snake Plain, and Eastern Highlands. And everyone will be getting in the action today with wind chills between 0 to negative 30, with widespread improvement as we get to warming temperature trend throughout the next couple of days. Seeing some snow work through today should create some slick roads, especially this afternoon and evening. And as always, head to 511.idaho.gov for the latest information. And again, we're keeping our eyes on that potential atmospheric river event arriving late Monday into Tuesday with some moderate to heavy rain and snow through Wednesday. We'll be tracking that as we get into next week. But with that, that wraps up your weather briefing for today, Friday, December 23rd. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to send us an email, give us a call, or check out some information on our website. Have an awesome weekend.